You know that meme floating around the internet that says you only had one job? Well, just like that meme, your subject line only has one job too: to get people to open your email so they can dive into the content that's waiting for them inside. No pressure, right? Well, today we're going to break into 4 ways that you can spruce up your email subject line copywriting so people will open it up and dive into the content. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Ashlyn Carter. I'm the calligrapher and copywriter behind the brand Ashlyn Writes. I help creative entrepreneurs like you sell more with your words so you can work from a place of rest, not hustle. Let's go ahead and get going. First up, the classic open loop. Think about this as a way to open the door on whatever the content is that you have inside the body copy of your email that you want them to start reading. Think about this as a way to open the door on whatever content it is that you're going to be closing the loop on when they read the body copy of your email. That is the rule, okay? You have to actually close the loop in the body of your email. Don't bait and switch us. This is copy that piques your readers' interest and has them wanting to know what happens with the rest of the story inside the email. Think of this as a cliffhanger, and I've gone ahead and pulled some inspiration for you, and I'm going to do this for the other 3 points I have too. So go ahead, hit pause, and swipe these examples. It may seem a little bit basic to you, but I think you'd be surprised if you look in your inbox and see how many subject lines are written with the open loop technique, especially by people that you're pretty sure have probably studied copywriting or email marketing in the past. Let's keep going. Number 2, the no surprise inside. Unlike the open loop subject line trick, this technique lets you know exactly what's waiting for you on the other side of that subject line. So here you want to go ahead and pre-qualify your readers with the subject line. Let them know exactly what's in it and speak to a specific certain reader, letting them know the benefit that they're going to get inside the email. Now, you want to be careful with this one because of its specificity. This is when knowing your target really, really well, or just sending this email to a certain sliver of your email list is going to come in really handy. Take, for example, this video. I'm not going to send this video's in a subject line to a segment of my list that has told me that they're nowhere near starting any kind of email marketing. Does that make sense? This subject line can be a blatant mention of an offer or a service or something that you're selling, or it can be a quick scoop and skinny rundown on exactly what it is in your blog post this week. It's a rundown briefing of what's inside, so here are some get-to-the-point examples for you. Next up is the challenger, and this one goes a little bit more for that shock and awe factor. Now, it's not too shocking or crazy, but essentially we just want to challenge whatever thoughts are going on in your subscriber or your readers' heads. I don't know if this happened to you, but it happened to me last year around Black Friday sales times. I got a couple of emails in my inbox that said in the subject line, "This is not about Black Friday sales." Those were the ones I wanted to open, of course. What could they be telling me that was more important than all the sales that were in my inbox? Get the picture? Again, hit pause and get inspired by these samples that I've pulled for you. Fourth up, we have the family lead, and yes, it's a word I made up. For this one, you're getting inspiration from your good old personal inbox. I want you to hop over there and look at recent subject lines that you've gotten from your friends or your family. Notice what's different about them. I see a lot of lowercase, and they're usually short words. They say thank you a lot, and they really focus on building the relationship that's already there. I got one in my inbox today that just said driving, and it was from my dad. Of course, I wanted to open it and see what he was talking about inside, and yes, he was telling me to be a safer driver. Thanks, Dad. Here are a few examples for your viewing pleasure. Bottom line, this isn't an exhaustive list, and I also don't really strongly believe that there are best practices when it comes to email marketing copy in your subject line copy. The best practices for you are going to be what works best for your list. What works for me or my clients' lists may not work for your people. For example, I have heard a rule before that you should never start a subject line with how to. But honestly, when I split test that on my audience, the one that starts with how to typically wins. So play around with it. Try testing short subject lines against long subject lines and just see what happens. And just for fun, comment below. I want to hear a subject line that you've gotten in your inbox lately, that you've opened it, or even one that you've gotten from your friends and your family. If you like this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I'll see you back next week with an all new tip.